Hold on. Where did it go? Sorry. There's too many boxes here. There we go. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this is not a good tech day for me. But anyway, we have a black screen here. Why do we have a black screen?
I don't know.
I don't know. So anyway, this is what we want to talk about. So there's two things we would like to discuss, and one is the best in the industry. All right. And so what I mean by that, there's people who came before us. All right. So I'm not talking the current crew of your educators. I'm talking about the crew of educators before us. Okay.
Who educated them?
All right. Them. All right. The ones that come up with new products that made our lives easier when we first started. All right. The ones who were educating back in the day. Okay. And then how we take that information and we make that information better. And then the next group of speakers that'll come in, or educators or mentors, they're going to take our information and they're going to make it better. That's what I am talking about. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I always start off. I have three people that I credit my entire success to. All right. That's Sue Zecco, that's Barbara Bird, and that's Daryl Connor. Those are my three. Okay. I would not be here if it wasn't for those three. And I would like to think that I'm taking what they're doing and making it a little bit better. All right. And so we have a special guest today. Pedro.
There's a guy here.
Yes, anyone haven't noticed. Because we don't usually have guys here.
I know,
Okay.
right?
So, you going to behave yourself, Pedro, or are you going to be Pedro?
I'll try to behave myself. I'm already on a band, so.
Okay. So, there's all right. Let's start with you, Pedro.
All right.
Talk about some of your experiences. How long have you been in the pet industry?
Okay. I've been doing this for about close to 8 years. I got into this because I have a service dog myself, and I couldn't really separate myself from it. So I started to groom him myself, and I have 5 dogs. So I found how therapeutic it was for me to groom my dog, and so I asked my friend who owns a shop, who's been a groomer for 20 years, and I asked her if I can be an apprentice and she would teach me. And so she took me into her shop and I became an apprentice there. And that's basically where I learned, and still learning today.
Yeah, it never ends.
Nope.
You never stop learning.
Okay. What about you, Angie?
What's the exact question? It's been a long day. And I know everybody here is going, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. It's been, and I was like almost congratulating myself because I'm retired from grooming, so I don't have this long days. Then the universe came and said, Mary,
Aha.
guess what? I don't think you really appreciate how hard your groomer are working and they're stressed and they're tired. So we're just gonna help you out with that. So you got your start, Angie, and I know a lot of us. I think there's like old timey knowledge, um, and then there's knowledge that was was very acceptable, and that was the way it was done. And then you learn new things, and then you stop doing it.
Yep.
Correct?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
And I think there are, I think if you've been in this industry for any length of time, I'm saying more than 2, 3 years, you've already come across somebody that this is the way we do things. And because they learned from somebody, because they learned from somebody else, and they haven't changed anything.
Oh, one of the salons that I worked at, and this has gotta be going back 30 years ago, used Murphy's oil soap on dogs with fleas. That was the go-to. It was just, we do it in Murphy's oil soap. And I'm like, I'm not comfortable with that. I wash my floors with this. I don't think that's good. And oh, I've been doing this for 40 years and that's what you use and it's not a problem. And I did not stay there long. I think I was there a month and a half. And I was just like, no,
So
no.
in the comments, we have Sam Cole. And yes, I still probably have his book.
I that was my first book.
Yeah.
That was the first book, the first salon I worked at. I got my Sam Cole book and I took it to bed with me every night and I read until I fell asleep on it for like the first 8 months I was grooming. I was obsessed with that book. I like ate, slept, and dreamed the Sam Cole book, and mine is signed. I
Oh,
have a
nice.
signed
Ah,
copy. He signed it. I had bought it years prior, and then he was going to be at one of the trade shows, and he was signing, and I was like, I didn't buy it today, but and I know it's kind of nappy, and it's got like Quick Stop on it, and like soda and drool. But will you sign it? And he was
Oh,
like, of course, sweetheart. He signed this. I'm just like, oh my God. And then I bought another one of his books. It was like to the book you show the owners. So it's like when they say, well, give them a Scotty trim, you can flip and go, this is the Scotty trim right here. Is this what you want? And then they go, oh no, I don't want that. And it's like, right. So let's figure out what you do want.
mhm.
And I love that book. I still have it. I use it all the time. When people say, oh, well, I want a puppy cut. This is a poodle puppy cut. Is this what you want? No, you don't want a puppy cut then. What do you want? Let's narrow that down, shall we? So,
Let's
yeah, Sam Cole,
also
I love that man.
mention Angela Cumpy, who I adore. And I
Mhm.
bought, so here's my Angela story. So I bought Angela's book when it first came out. And I gave it to the vet tech where my dogs were being boarded because she fancied herself a creative groomer. It was my gift to her. Angela, you're the reason that Spirit ended up as a Smurf blue dog. Just saying.
She's
Just
the
saying.
reason I started airbrushing was Angela. Because I took one of her classes. Geez Louise, I don't even remember where it was. There's been so many trade shows. It was a room. Angela was there and she's like, you can do this too and it'll be fun. And so I was like, well, okay. So I went and I bought an airbrush and I just started doing it because Angela said I could. And it turns out I'm actually really good at it.
I saw in the comments, Don Omboy. I did like a
Yes.
6 hour. I don't even remember where I drove to, Michigan. Did a 6 hour. That was where I got my creative, and I'm like, ooh, and it was so cool. That was like the first real hands-on I did was with her.
Yep. Dawn, when I started my salon, I actually hit her up on Facebook and said, hi, sorry to bother you. Um, what kind of color? I just opened a salon. I want to have like colors so people can pick. And she's like, oh, go with the avatar. And I was like, okay. Can I buy them from you? And she's like, yes, here's the link. And I'm like, thank you. I want one of everything. And she was like, oh, Jesus. Okay. Um, we'll, right. I literally ordered like one of every color.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, you're just opening a salon. Are you sure you want to do this? And I'm like, I have this much money set aside for color. So that's within the margin. Yes. She was like,
All right. So,
nice
and
person.
I love Dawn. She's fun. If you get her at a trade show, you need to go out with her. All right. So this is my trade show story with Dawn. Okay. So I'm the sober one. So I'm the one that herds all the cats. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm designated driver. So everybody around me can have fun, and then I got to herd them all together. Okay. So we were going out to dinner, and I'm calling out Melissa Jepson in this as well, Chris Anthony, who's not here as well, and Dawn Onboy. Okay. And I was picking them up from whatever thing. This was at GroomX Atlanta Pet Fair.
Mhm.
Okay. And they were going to the party. And I'm like, okay, you guys got to come because we're going for dinner. And they're like, we'll be down in 5 minutes. Okay. 10 minutes go by. Hey, where are you guys? 5 more minutes. After about 40 minutes, I told them if they weren't down in the car, I was leaving without them and they can go to dinner on their own. Okay. And so they grabbed all their stuff. And you want to know what Dawn Homeboy grabbed and had in her purse at the restaurant? Take a guess. Take a wild guess.
No.
Like, this is a trick question.
A wheel of cheese. Not like a slice, but a wheel of cheese.
It's amazing.
Okay.
You never know when you're going to need a wheel of cheese.
Sure.
Oh, apparently.
I feel that on a very deep and visceral level.
Mhm.
If I had one thing I had to grab when I was running out the door, wheel of cheese, top of the list. I'm sorry. Because you can't go wrong. Wheel of cheese. You can do so many things with it, especially if it's like Gouda, because then you got wax too. You can MacGyver all kinds of stuff. Wheel of cheese.
Barter, eat,
Yes. Yes.
have
I mean,
hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah. I see her point, man.
All right. So, how many trade shows do you go to a year, Pedro?
I went to my first one last September at Hershey.
Okay.
Ah.
So, did you have fun? Oh,
I
okay.
did.
So, Monica says you have a drawer full of cheese.
Why is she telling people about my cheese?
Giving up the goods.
Thank you, Monica.
That's awesome.
I do have a drawer full of cheese. I showed her yesterday.
Okay. So, Monica, what kind of cheese does he have? She gonna spill?
Yeah.
The good,
He's
good
got
kind,
good,
evidently.
Oh, he's got the good
Okay.
cheese.
Yeah.
Okay. Denise, what about you?
It's how we got our start. Is that what it is? See,
Well,
I have Angie's brain too.
okay. Look,
I think
you know
it's the
what?
top
I may
three.
very well have Angie's brain too, and we'll get to why I have Angie's brain in just a little bit. So I think what I'm trying to ask is, who do you like so admire in the industry, and that you're hoping that you can just take it that step further for the next generation?
Okay, so this is no secret. Michelle knows that she's one of my first starters because I had always been told I've been grooming since '97, and I was always told this is how we do it. And I always thought I was the crazy one. Like that doesn't sound right. Like I always questioned a lot of things. So she was one of my first seminars. It was Chris Christensen, Barbara Bird. It was I went to All American. And I think the next day I saw Your Skin and Coat, and it was so refreshing to see stuff that like the scientific side of it, because we didn't have that back then. And like
No.
Michelle, you're like the leading. So Michelle was one of my first ones. Terry DiMarino is amazing. Carla Addington Smith, love her to pieces. She is great. And like I had the cool experience at PetQuest. I had Terry DiMarino and Carla in front of my booth, and they were sharing stories. And I said, oh my God, just to go out with them and hear the stories like from them would be so cool. And Chris Berry. Chris Berry knows this too. She is huge to me because of the business side. The business side lacked so much. And she was the first person who had more than one salon. Once again, I didn't think I was crazy wanting more than, just one salon and, 25 employees. She's like, she had 5 locations amongst 2 states. I'm like, cool, I could do this too. But her knowledge, like Chris Berry was another one, and they go through it with grace. Like it's just so graceful watching them go through these industries and growing. So those are my top ones that have really helped me in mine.
Okay, Michelle, your turn.
I was very sheltered. I didn't go to a trade show until I started repping for ISB even. And even the almost decade that I repped for them, I didn't take any classes because I was too busy working the booth. So it was a weird kind of, I wound my way around like in the dark, peering through the forest at people. But I think Pam Lauritsen is probably one of my number ones. Barbara Bird, without her work, literally, my work is not possible. And I say that to everybody. And
Anybody who wants ingredient disclosure, you can thank Barbara Bird for starting us all.
Absolutely. Well, just ingredient recognition, how chemistry works with the processes of the skin, why they put things in the formula like that.
Yeah, but I mean, they didn't even let us know what it was.
Mm-hmm. And she had a hard time of it. She had to pioneer through that. Yeah, they kind of scraped her out of the scene because I don't know.
Would you like to know a quote that I got from a vendor at a trade show after taking one of Barbara Bird's classes? I asked them, well, what's in the product? And you know what he told me? Not to worry my pretty little head about what's in it.
I know what booth that is
Yeah.
because I heard the exact same thing after I took Michelle's class a long time ago, whenever that was. It was a really long time ago.
Years.
And yeah.
And I think my third one is probably going to be, without a doubt, Monique Van de Ven. She opened up my very limited knowledge of therapeutics and really laid the foundation for me to go way beyond what I thought even I was capable of. And I will always be grateful to her. So Monique Van de Ven, you are my friend and my mentor. You're just amazing. So.
Okay, Pedro.
Yes.
Tell us all right, I'm going to do this a little bit different for you. You're in the industry now for 8 years. Where do you see yourself in a couple of years? What would you like to be in the industry in a couple of years?
Where I would like to be. Well, I mean, I would like to be more educated, obviously, in what I'm doing, and be more known within the industry. I was sheltered like Michelle as well. I didn't even know there was this grooming world and whatnot, and now I want to be part of this world.
Okay. So we also have here what's been added to the list on the side is Victor Rosado, who is a genuinely nice person. Terry DiMarino's on this list. Tina Price, who I don't know for show dogs. I'm assuming she must be a breeder in the show world. I don't know who she is. Oh, Monica says Pedro's going to do creative.
I am.
Angie's been mentioned here. Cheryl Purcell for the eye. Oh, Suzeko. I cannot not tell you how much I love Suzeko. Sue Watson and Lisa Leedy. Also great people.
Monica King is an inspiring person to me. She inspired me to do the creative grooming.
All right. So are you going to compete?
I am.
Okay. So what's the first show you're going to compete at?
I believe it's Windy City.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I say that because it's Chicago in January.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Oh, ow.
Yeah, no.
Is it
Yeah.
supposed to be? Was it like the
Yeah, no.
crime worse in January or the
No,
weather?
No,
Cold.
it's
Chicago
freezing.
in January.
Oh,
Dude,
that's all right. I'm
anyone
not worried
bring
about the
your
cold.
long
I've seen
underwear?
worse.
Anyone who's going to that show, you have my
Right.
respect.
Thank you.
Um, you will need, seriously, you will need long underwear. That wind will cut
Yeah.
through whatever you're wearing
Yeah.
right to the bone.
If you're not used to that kind of cold, I'm going to tell you you need to layer up.
Yes.
Okay. So long johns and pants, an extra pair of socks. So I usually do thin socks and then thick socks. Okay.
Yeah.
Got him.
I have two pairs of gloves. I have like a really thin pair of gloves, and then I have my thicker gloves to go over on top of it. Okay. At minimum, a sweater and a coat. And don't forget your hat. Okay. Um, so yeah, make sure you layer up. Don't think that you got this great winter coat that's going to do it for you. Layer. Okay, so Tina Price has been handling dogs, chickens, horses generationally, probably 45 years. She show grooms on the West Coast and has a shop. She competes too. Yeah, we got. I'm
Go
not sure who
Tina.
layered.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hot dog.
So Facebook user says layer up and then layer up again. We are really serious about this.
Hmm. It's
Yeah,
no joke.
that was Kate. Kate's from Chicago,
Hmm.
so she knows. And if you are wearing grooming gear, you may want to bring it with you and put it on at the show because it's basically paper. It will not withstand the wind. It will rip through you, and body parts will not want to be attached anymore. You will leave your bum cheeks in the alley somewhere. I swear to God, you won't have any bum cheeks. It's that cold,
Hmm.
like where
Yes.
your boogies in your nose freeze up, and that's just how it is.
So many years ago, when H Backer was a thing, they did their show in Chicago in October. Okay.
Mhm.
So we were out there, and the hotel across the street, I don't know, it's like a high rise. And we were probably, I don't know, like on the 30th floor, I don't know. And somebody at 2 o'clock in the morning decided to smoke in their hotel room, and the fire alarms went off. And we all had to go outside in our jammies in October, not January, October. And Ricky was here with us. Okay. Ricky, who loved everybody. All right. That fire alarm went off. All he knew is he needed to get out of that building. Angie, he was like shoving people out of his way down the stairs.
Yeah, because he wasn't stupid.
Yeah.
It's trying to live.
Yeah.
Oh, and Marcia here is from Canada, and she's like, yeah,
You guys
she's
talk
talking
about
nothing.
Yeah, yes. Chicago is Canada. Yes.
Hi, Marcia.
All right, so let's talk about tech issues real quick, okay? Whenever you're dealing with anything with the website, with payment portals, it's tech, things happen. So what put me in a state of, I don't know what you want to call it today, is I get up in the morning and I look at my Stripe portal. Stripe is like Square. It's where payments run through. And all of a sudden I'm seeing payments from something from Evolving Skills, which was 2 years ago, and people being charged. And I'm like, oh crap, I don't know what's going on. So the first thing I did is that I sent a mass email out saying, because I don't know what it affected and what it didn't affect. I just sent out a mass email. All right, I am really sorry. I am working on this. I will get this fixed. Okay. No one's information was compromised in any way, shape, or form because I don't have that information. Stripe has that information. Okay. So after spending hours on the phone with Stripe and then putting me over to the membership plugin, and it wasn't that what it turned out to be. Okay. And this is where sometimes the cheapest places for technology are not the best places. So I had my membership site on a platform called iPage, which is now owned by Bluehost. And in the middle of Chris Sertzel's first CCE live thing, my website was just an absolute wreck. I couldn't fix it with them. So I said, screw it. And I moved it over to Kinsta, which is a far more professional site. And everything's nice. It's good. And then till this morning, or maybe last 2 or 3 days. Okay. And I'm noticing someone's getting charged 3 times for something. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. What happened is that iPage, in its infinite wisdom, decided to make my Positive Ed page live on their end as well. So now, when the membership payments were going through, they were coming in from 2 spots. Okay? And it was literally a handful of people because it was only those people who had a membership back a couple of years ago and canceled it before or canceled it after the move. Okay? So I don't know, maybe a dozen people. Okay?
Or still had a membership.
Yeah. So, but it was about a dozen people that were affected, but I didn't know that at the time. Okay. So I sent out a mass email again saying, hey, looks like the problem is resolved. However, there's a reason I left iPage in the first place, and I will be keeping an eye on it. Okay. And I got the nastiest email from somebody who wasn't even affected by it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very nice of them.
It was very, very nice of them. Wanted her
I'm
refund.
complaining about something that doesn't affect me at all.
Yes.
Well, she believes her account was overdrawn and it was my fault. And I ran and checked to make sure and no, she was not one of the ones who was affected because she signed up on the new membership site, on the Kinsta site, not the old site. So, yeah, be nice. You know, we talk about this time of year being really, really stressful. But that goes the other direction too.
Yeah.
You know what? All service providers are going to be a little stressed. Don't take it out on them.
Right.
Okay. So, come on,
As a
Paige.
quick side note,
Yep.
if you want excellent banking services and you want your mailman to love you, mailwoman, mail whoever person, a bag of lint balls, a Whitman sampler, a $10 gift certificate to Dunkin' Donuts goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
My bank is willing to literally turn itself into a pretzel because for the last 38 years, every Christmas time, I bring them a box of candy. And they'll do whatever that I need. And they'll have 2-3 people working on it. Meanwhile, there's 2 people standing in line. But I'm the one that brings them candy.
Yeah, when my garbage truck goes by, I ran after it, and they know to stop because
Yep.
they're getting money.
Yes. Yeah. I give them Dunkin' Donuts cards. And I put it right on the top of the recycling. And I'm like, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. And let me tell you, I've never come home and had that trash can anywhere other than backed up beside the mailbox, out of the way. It's never been left in my driveway. It's never out in the road. Couple $15, Dunkin' Donuts cards.
All right, Pedro.
Long
So
way.
we dragged you onto here. You have anything you want to say to all your fans?
I didn't know I had fans.
Well, people were very excited we were having you on.
Yeah.
Of course, they were saying,
He's trying to be good.
He
That's
did.
not what she
Thank you.
brought you here for.
All right. We're going to finish up. Hold on. Did I upload it? Where'd it go? Angie's Weird Animal Facts. Okay. So let's see.
Angie's Weekly Weird Fact.
So rabbits are the only land animal that don't have digital pads. They have no toe beans. Their toes just turn into a toenail. So their toes,
Angie's Weekly Weird Fact.
so their toe literally just turns into a nail, and they don't have little itty bitty toe beans under there. So
Just hair and skin.
it's just hair and skin. So they are the only land mammal without digital pads. So there are no little itty bitty toe beans under there. So don't shave rabbits' feet. That's very bad.
Another
for them.
Disney lie.
Yeah, it is. Oh, and you
Oh,
see in
that's
Walmart,
right.
they're all the little bunny feet with all the little toe beans. It's
Yeah.
not a thing. They don't
Thumper.
have toe beans. Also, Chris is saying, tell them to get their tickets to the New Jersey Groomers Ball. The New Jersey Groomers Ball is Sunday, February 4th. You guys need to come on out. There are 2 hotels close by. I will see you there. I will be there. I have my ticket. I have my hotel booked. There will be door prizes and I believe swag bags. And it will be a fun show. And Pedro is going to dance with all of us.
Yes.
Pedro?
Everybody
like,
saved
"Wait,
me a
what?
dance.
What? He's committed now. He said yes.
Yep. Mhm.
So this boy's dance card is full.
Absolutely. Monica's coming all the way from Indiana for this.
Wow.
Oh my God, you're coming?
Yeah, she's my date. One of my dates.
Pedro, who's your date again? Say it. Say it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, I can't wait to see you, girl. So the tickets
Okay.
are 100 and how much? are they?
9
$109.
before the 26th.
So totally worth it. Going to be a really fun night. There's going to be a lot of people there. So just go get your ticket. They are right now. It's a bargain price. Up until what is it? The 26th, Chris? Something like that. It's like right after Christmas, the price jumps. So get it now. And I will see you in New Jersey and we'll just get together and get silly. Because by then we're going to need some silly. Get it now, Monica. It's cheaper now. Don't wait.
You'll save $20.
Yeah. Use those Christmas tips, girl.
Okay, so we will see. Wait, hold on a second. I don't think
Oh,
we'll
I'm
be
totally
here.
going to dance with you.
Okay.
Monica's saying, Angie's going to dance with me. Oh, yes, I will.
All right. So the next live stream is actually the day after Christmas. Are we doing a live stream next week?
I'll be there.
Okay. We'll see
I have a
everybody.
day off.
I'm
So-
going to try. I will be on a cruise. I may be in Mexico, but I'm going to try and get on. So, or I think we're at sea, so I should be able to.
I'll be there. I have the day off. I'm just going to be laying around being plump and happy because I have the whole day to just lay around with my dogs. And I know those that know me are going, you lay around? What? I know, but leave me my delusion. I know
I
I'm
feel that.
delulu.
Yeah. I'm just gonna work the whole time. That's all I'm gonna do.
I know, I am too. But I'm deluding myself into thinking that no, it's going to be so nice and restful. I'm just going to lay around and watch movies,
Yeah.
sit on the couch with my dog.
That's a dream. That's such a
Isn't
nice
it?
dream.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen, but I can pretend.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, ladies and Pedro.
Ladies and Pedro.
We'll see everybody next week. Thank you, Pedro, for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me and having me here.
Good night, guys.
Good night.